Hi guys, it's Aaron Intende here. So guys, today I'm bringing you this video to talk about the facts of diversity visa lottery. First of all, this is a program put in place by the government of America uh, to help the immigrants to come to the United States uh, legally. Every year they are giving chance to the foreigners to migrate to the United States. That is 55,000 visas. Diverse Visa Rotary is a program initiated by the United States, helping foreigners uh, to travel to the United States uh, through their program, well known as the Diverse Visa Lottery, legally. That means in this program they give chance to several parts of the world, several regions in the world, uh, from which there are selected embassies which are given authority to handle the diversity visa. So a diverse visa lottery, it's always available in the month of October 5th to November 9th. The official website is travel www.travel.state.gov. So when you come across the DV lottery, there are 10 steps. And step one is submit an entry. Under submitting your entry, they will require your passport photo and your personal information. Then they will ask for your spouse and your children information if you have any. Then the next step is selection of applicants. This will be done by American bodies. It will be done by America itself to select individuals from regions all over the world. Results will always come after 5th of May. So after 5th of May, you can get access to your results. So guys, step 3, if you're selected, if you're selected, they will ask you to fill up the DS-260. Yeah, the DS-260 is an important document when it comes to diverse visa lottery. It is an official document uh, asked for all immigrants who are participating in the diverse visa lottery. So there is no way to go without filling up this DS-260, and they will always determine the questions which will be asked at the interview will always be determined from this DS-260, since it will be having your information and everything about yourself. So if you're selected, that is our third step. Uh, Under it, we have step 4, confirm your qualifications. Confirm your qualifications. This is when they will show you how you qualify to participate in the diverse visa lottery. With qualification, they will determine from two things. They will determine from the side of the education, or they will determine from the side of the work experience. So with qualification, if you're determined from the side of the education, you have to have a high school, if that's what your country uses, or a high school equivalent. A high school equivalent means any level of education in your country that is equivalent to a high school. For example, my country, Uganda, where I come from, we have O-level education. O-level education, that is a high school equivalent. If you go beyond that, we have A-level, and that is advanced level of education, and that is high school diploma. High school diploma. Guys, don't get confused with high school and high school diploma. Don't get confused between the two. With step 4, confirm your qualification on the side of the working experience. So they need you to have 2 years of working experience. And these 2 years of working experience, it has to be regulated by 2 years of training under the USA law. So I don't have a lot of information about the work experience, since I myself I use the education experience, like education. So with the work experience, I have no more information about it, but that's what I can tell you for now. After step 4, we have step 5, submit your immigrant visa alien registration application. That is the DS-260. So this step is so important since it has information about you. It has information about, it has your number, your information about your education, just like a CV. There is no interview without a CV. DS-260, it will have two portions. DS-260, it will have your information, then the last part it will be questions. Guys, you have to be careful with this. When it comes to DS-260, there will be a couple of gaps to fill about yourself. Then lastly, it will be questions. So you might fill up very well your details and you mess up the questions. So guys, be very, very careful. For now, I will not take you through the questions. I'll make a separate video about that and the DS-260 itself, because it has a very, very broader things to talk about. So after the DS-260, we have supporting documents. This is a very sensitive topic to cover. Everybody wants to know about supporting documents. So guys, under supporting documents, we have documents like birth certificate. That is a very needed certificate. Court and prison records, military records, police certificate, photocopy of valid passport biography data page. So guys, when they're asking you these documents, you have to know that a birth certificate, this birth certificate has to be the national card. It's not the one which is given to you when you are born. You have to go and get a national card. Yeah, you can even certify it if you like, but it doesn't need you to be certified, however much you can certify it. Police, uh, court and prison record. If you have ever been into court or prison, you have to bring those records, and you have to show that you were released and you already went for your sentence if you did, and you have to get a release form. If you have ever been into prison or court, you have to get a release order or release form, like you're no longer uh, having trouble with the court or prison. Then military records, still here you have to get information from your military. A release later, it will be comfortable for the consulate if you get a release later, or else you can get your certificate from the military, like a certificate showing your working experience. It will help you to police letter, police certificate or police letter. That is the good conduct, uh, certificate of good conduct or letter of good conduct. This one they need one which is valid in your country, and if you have ever traveled abroad, they need uh, if you have ever traveled abroad for 6 months, you have to get one from whichever country you have been into, and you spend there more than 6 months. Then photocopy of your valid passport biographic data page. That is your biodata page of your passport. First of all, these required documents are needed to be reviewed with the DS260. They will give you an email which you will send those documents to, so they can allocate you to the specific embassy of your choice. So after these supporting documents, when they review your DS260 and the supporting document, they will allocate your interview to your embassy. So this brings us to the part of the interview, step 7, the interview itself. Step 7, interview. So interview. So when it comes to interview, first of all, when you get your interview, by interview, it means that they have sent you a letter. The letter is called 2NL or second notification. So with the second notification letter, that is the 2NL, the second notification letter showing the date, time, and the place of your interview. So for you to come to the interview, you have to have your prepared documents. You have to know the time, the date, and you have to have gone through your medicals, and your physician must have sent your copy of your medical. So, guys, with step 9, applicant interview, they expect you to have all documents. They expect you to have your medical documents have been sent to the consulate, or else the physician might have given it to you and you have to carry it to the consulate. Then your passport and other required documents. Guys, never miss out any document, because it will lead to your delay, or it might lead to denial. So guys, after the interview, after applicant's interview, there are a few beautiful messages which will be passing around, like, thank you, Aaron, thank you for attending the interview. Mr. So and so, you have been approved for your visa interview. Mr. So and so, your visa interview has been approved. Your visa has been approved, and congratulations. I want to give you a few tips you can use when you're being interviewed. When you reach the interviewer, guys, just be straight to the point. Don't think twice. Just be straight to the point, because they expect you to have gone through your DS260. You, your wife, and your kids, you have to know your information. So they will be asking about you. There will be things like, when did you go to school? They don't know the names of your school, but they have a paper, they have your details, which they will be reading through. We'll use this to determine if you're lying or if you're giving missing information, just be willing to answer and be there to answer. They will ask you if you have ever traveled, like where have you ever been beside your country? If you didn't include it, never mention it. If you included it, be there to defend it. Like, I've ever been to Dubai. For how long? What were you doing in Dubai? Then there is a tricky question they are always asking. That is, where are you going to live in US? They're asking for the address of your host, and when they start asking this information, just know you're on the right track, because it will be leading to the end of the interview when when they start asking you about or where you're going to live. There are three pieces of paper. There is a green one, a red one, and a yellow one. So to those who are approved, you will be given a green paper. That green paper will tell you, will have information like you're approved, and you will receive your passports. You will receive your visa having passports through the DHL, and they will give it to you, and they will further tell you to go and register for DHL. After that, for those who will be denied, they will tell you that you've been denied a visa for this kind of reasons. So you will leave the interview knowing you have been denied. There is no more chance. And they will tell you reason why you have really failed your interview. So after that, for those who will be delayed, they will tell you you are being delayed. Please go back and get this kind of information. After that, we might deny you, or we might qualify you for a visa. Guys, I've come at the end of my interview, but I will tell you one more information. That is the sealed envelope. For those who will be approved, you'll be given a sealed envelope to carry to your port of entry. Never open this sealed envelope. Please carry it the way it is. Never open it. God bless you guys. And